Hey everyone, welcome back to the workshop. Artisan Pirate here, and in today's scroll saw project video we have an amazing little video to bring in the first day of spring. The first day of spring is this Thursday, and it is the first spring of the decade. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to warmer days, longer days, and seeing the squirrels, the birds, and the rabbits and everything out that run around throughout the springtime and go about their business. And speaking of rabbits, that is the subject of this project video. Is designed by Steve Good, and it is a bunny with a flower through it. Of course, you have flowers blooming out all spring, the rebirth of nature throughout from the winter months to the spring and warmer months. But I've already got the pattern printed out and attached to the wood with clear packing tape. And the material I'm using is more of the blue pine pallet wood that I used in the Jazzman scroll saw project. The smaller piece is going to be a base for the bunny to sit on. Everyone really loved how the wood grain ran with the Jazzman piece, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how it runs with the bunny piece. But as always, when using pallet wood, I always wear a dust respirator. I'm going to have mine on, but I don't know if you're going to be able to see it with the angle of the camera focusing on the scroll saw. But what we're going to do now is head over to the drill press, drill our pallet holes so we can come back and start scrolling. And over here on the drill press, we're using a small drill bit to drill all the pallet holes. And most of the pallet holes is for the decorative flower that runs through the center of the bunny. And then we're going to head over here to the scroll saw and start scrolling, beginning with the flower in the center of the bunny. And I'm using number 5 reverse tooth, sharp tooth scroll saw blades, and they cut the blue pine exceptionally well. If you guys would like to try this pattern, you can download it free over at Steve Good's scrollsawworkshop.blogspot.com website over in the free pattern catalog on his website. I just thought this pattern here represented the beginning of spring with the flower and everything, flowers budding out, and then you see animals and little critters coming out of hibernation and everything and running around the yards and the fields and all. If you guys like what you're seeing, I would highly encourage you to subscribe to my YouTube channel to see all future updates, and also follow me over on Instagram at Artisan Pirate. I try to post over there at least twice daily and try to remind myself to use the story feature on Instagram a lot to show you guys day-to-day activities out in the workshop. Done here with all the internal cutting, and we're going to put some soap on the blade to lubricate it and begin the final outside cut. And just taking my time with it, not trying to force the blade through the wood. I'm just basically guiding the wood through the blade. Coming around his other little paw here. All the scroll work on the bunny will be done, and we will set it aside and lubricate the blade one more time with soap and cut out the base, and using the same blue pine material for the base. And now all the scroll work is done, and we're going to remove the patterns and remove the waste wood and head over to sanding with the palm sander with 100 grit sandpaper, and using circular motions to sand everything nice and smooth. And more detailed sanding will always be done off camera. And then we're going to bring the piece back over to the workbench, and you see me there taking the dust respirator off and using Gorilla wood glue to glue it to the base, and using some spring clamps to hold it in place. and then I use a couple extras to balance everything out. And I let that dry about an hour and come back and remove the clamps, and the project was done. And here we have the completed springtime bunny. He turned out awesome. He scrolled exceptionally well over on the scroll saw. Blue pine, being a variety of pine, cuts exceptionally well over on the scroll saw. Here is a nice look at him. The scrolling time was a little bit slower because, as you can tell, the wood is a little bit thicker than 3/4 inches actually. So it was just a little bit of a slower cut, but it did cut exceptionally well. All in all, it took me around 45 minutes to cut the bunny out, and then I had the glue time by gluing on the base. And so all in all, I have maybe an hour and a half in this project. All that's left to do is clear coat it, and I'm not going to do that in this video. As always, stay on my Instagram page and follow me over there, and you will see fully completed projects that I do over here on the YouTube channel. I think you turned out real good. Awesome. Thank you, Steve Good, for another amazing design, and the bunny is completed just in time for the first day of spring. I hope you guys have an exciting St. Patrick's Day tomorrow, a happy and safe St. Patrick's Day tomorrow, and then on Thursday, I hope you guys have a great first day of spring 2020. I hope everyone gets outside and enjoys some of the nicer weather and the longer days now. That's about all for this video. Remember, guys, if I can make it or do it, so can you. Happy spring 2020. I'm the Artisan Pirate. Take care, and I'll see you guys real soon.